All right, dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is your friend, Selom at Selom's Blog. Well, it is a beautiful evening. We are enjoying our evening already, but you are still in your afternoon. Yeah, it is a great day. Wednesday evening here. Look, I know there is Champions League matches going on, but I don't have time for Champions League because Chelsea is not in Champions League. I am focusing now on our own home. Do you fear Sam? Talk about what concerns you in your home. And that is what I'm doing right now. The whole of today, yesterday and today, I didn't talk about the Champions League. Even though I understand Manchester United and their my dear friend. Well, we are starting with Chelsea one more time. Exclusive. Premier League clubs have voted in favor of limiting amortization of new contracts to maximum of 5 years. Deals can still be longer, but amortization can't. Previously, no cap, but PL, now in line with UEFA rules, will not be backdated. I explained this in my previous 2 videos, but I want to point out again, with questions that are coming up, I want to point out again very clearly. Giving long-term contracts is actually different from amortization. Amortization means you spreading the amount you are buying the player over the longer period of time. You can buy the player, but the amount you are buying the player cannot be spread more than 5 years. That is what it means. Maybe it could be like a correction. I need to correct it from the previous videos that I made. I didn't state it clearly that way. Yeah. So, according to UEFA, the limit is 5 years. Now, PL clubs have agreed to limit the amortization to 5 years. Deals can still be longer, but amortization can't be. Previously, no cap, but PL now in line with UEFA rules will not be backdated. That is what it means. For dear friends, that is how it is. From what we are hearing now from David Oyston, you can still give the long-term contract, but the amortization will be made to 5 years. That means that you buy the player for £100 million, you can only spread it to 5 years. You can only spread that to 5 years. You cannot backdate. You can never backdate the payment structure. Yeah, that is how it is. All right, we move on to other news. It is important to keep a close eye on Chelsea because obviously the situation at the moment is not acceptable. This is the feeling of all those at the club. Mauricio Pochettino, the coaching staff, the owners, the directors, they all know things can't continue as they are. They are still supporting Pochettino and are not talking to any other managers at the moment. Let me tell that again. It is important to keep close eyes on Chelsea because obviously the situation at the moment is not acceptable. This is the feeling of all those at the club right now. Mauricio Pochettino, the coaching staff, the owners, the directors, they all know things can't continue as they are now. They are still supporting Pochettino and are not talking to any other managers at the moment. This simply means that they are still backing a coach, even though they know things are not going the way we expect it. The owners know that things are not moving as expected. We are not performing according to what was expected of us as a club, as a team. Our players are not living up to expectation. The coach, the tactics, some of us, we are beginning to realize that it's from the tactics. Some players are not being played at their natural position. Some players are not being played at their natural position. That is part of the problem. But they are still supporting Pochettino and are not talking to any other managers at the moment, according to Fabrizio Romano, a reliable source for that matter. All right? All right. Michael Richards has this to say. He's been speaking of late. He became a pundit. And he's speaking of late. He said, I know it sounds ridiculous. I know Chelsea have spent a lot of money already. But you can't have 71% possession and not win a game. You can't have 71% possession and not win a game. Against Everton, 71% possession, and yet we lost. You are getting into good areas and they can't finish. Jackson looked so good in preseason. I could see what he was trying to do. Link up was good. Sterling looked like he was playing really well, but they have nobody up there with a clinical edge at this moment in time. They have nobody up there with a clinical edge at this moment in time. That takes us to the market, the transfer market, where I want to go now. Yes, that is where I want to go right now. Currently, as we speak, yes, as we speak currently, Chelsea are in the market. Chelsea are in the market, and we are going to get who? A striker. Chelsea need a striker right now. As we speak, we are in the market for a striker. Before I go to that, my next one, the striking issue in my next one, it said Chelsea's year has been recognized as being a disaster inside Stamford Bridge, with the club facing a dilemma over their 2023 transfer strategy. I am happy over that. I am happy. The club facing a dilemma over their 2023 transfer strategy. I am happy. What is the strategy? Buy 18-year, 19-year inexperience with the hope of next 2 years they'll be all right. This year we can hold the edge. They are beginning to think of it. Pochettino believes his squad will benefit from a new striker and a new defender in the January. But Chelsea will have to break their recent wage structure to land a proven goal scorer such as Viktor Osimhen or Ivan Toney. The strategy that Chelsea employed with these new owners is to put a cap on the transfer strategy, such that no player will sign a contract in Chelsea right now as we speak that will earn more than £150,000 a week. £150,000 a week. No player, no new player will come to Chelsea that will earn more than £150,000 a week. That cap will have to be taken off if we are to land a player like Viktor Osimhen or Ivan Toney, or we want to get a serious player. If we are talking about the strategy that we are employing by buying 23, 24-year-old, we want experience now. 24, 25, 26 years. That means that players like Neymar, Vinicius in Real Madrid, or all those stars, if we want set players to come to Chelsea, then the cap of £150,000 a week, we need to take it out. Because no player like Viktor Osimhen will come to Chelsea and start to earn £120,000, £130,000, £150,000. No. Even at Napoli, he's earning in euros. I'm not too sure of his wages there right now. But I don't want to believe that he would like to come to a club like Chelsea and earn £150,000 when Real Madrid will be willing to offer him €500,000 or €400,000. Arsenal will be ready to offer him £300,000, £350,000. Manchester United will be willing to offer him £400,000. What kind of love do you think Viktor Osimhen will have to the extent of coming to Chelsea? Because I love the club. I love Chelsea. So I want to play for Chelsea for £100,000, £150,000. My dear friend, that is a strategy. It is believed. People inside the club has to change. Let me hear from you in the comment section. Right now, Chelsea's 5-man striker shortlist ahead of the January transfer window. 5-man striker shortlist. Number 1 is Viktor Osimhen. Number 2, Ivan Toney. Number 3, Viktor Gyokeres. Number 3, Roony, Bardghji. Number 5, Antonio Nusa. Viktor Osimhen, Ivan Toney, Viktor Gyokeres, Roony, Bardghji, Antonio Nusa. These are the 5 shortlisted strikers that Chelsea are looking at going into the January transfer window. On that note, I will leave you here. I may be back again with more. Today I'm giving you exclusives only. I'll see you in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.